Hi, my name is Catherine Despain, and I will be going over the usability study I conducted on Mailchimp.com. To get started, I wanted to introduce Mailchimp. Mailchimp is an all in one marketing platform offering services including direct mail, website building, and ad creation. They are ranked fourth in G2 Crowd's Best Software Companies of 2019, and Mailchimp has primarily been known throughout the years for their easy email marketing campaign creator and manager. With this case study, the goal is to test how easy it still is to use Mailchimp's platform to create an email campaign. There were three primary study goals. One, how easy is it to log in and navigate to the email campaign creation section of the dashboard? Two, how easy is it to set up a regular email campaign as opposed to an automated campaign? And three, how easy is it to design and send an email marketing campaign? This test consisted of three participants and were conducted on a computer and recorded using screen capture technology. Two of them were conducted on a MacBook and one on Windows. At the end of the test, the participants were given a short, simple survey to help gauge their perception of the following data measures. 1. The time taken to complete the task. 2. Number of steps taken to complete the task. And 3. Difficulty in completing the test. The actual test created with the objective of creating and sending an email announcement for an upcoming party, with the three primary tasks being log in and create an email campaign, fill out the specified campaign setup information, and design and send an email. I tested on three different people of three different ages, ranging from 26 to 50, and varying occupations in order to see exactly how easy it was to navigate MailChimp software. The first task of logging in and creating an email campaign proved to be relatively easy for all three participants. After watching back the recording of participant 3, which was the participant with the least amount of software knowledge, he was able to find where to go. However, I did note it took him a little longer to find exactly where to create the ad campaign. The results of the second task of filling out the specified campaign setup information proved to be a little more difficult for our participants as they seemed to trip up on choosing an audience. The create an audience setup seemed a little less intuitive than the login process of the first task. Finally, the results of the third task, which was to design the email campaign with a set number of elements and send it, all three participants were able to do this task successfully. However, participant 3 chose to do a lot more navigating around and playing around more with the design elements than the other participants. The other participants just simply did exactly what was asked, changed out elements, and sent it without really putting too much creative thought into it. So while you may look at this result as being a bad result, participant 3 actually was able to uncover some things participants 1 and 2 did not in the process of creating the email. Overall, the process was pretty straightforward and simple for all three participants. However, there were a few issues uncovered. The first issue is that the email campaign preview shows up as broken, and all three participants were a little confused by this. Essentially, I just recommend going in and fixing the link that shows the preview of the campaign. The second issue, which was a little worse than the first issue, was when you edit and resize an image, it's not really obvious that the image actually swapped out. There's no exact confirmation to the user. While there's a loading indicator that the image is updating, when you return to the email, it doesn't always seem like it updates right away. So I would suggest perhaps adding in an indicator when the update within the email is complete. The third issue that was uncovered was that the audience creation for the campaign is not exactly intuitive if there was not an audience that already existed before creating the email. Ideally, if an audience has not been created yet, I would suggest taking the user directly to the text area where they can copy and paste the emails that they would like to send to. This option is available, but only when an audience has already been created. And finally, the last thing that I noticed participants tended to kind of trip up on is when approaching the task of having to create an email, they looked under automation and they looked under create. And both create and automation have the exact same email dropdown to click on. I would suggest making it a little more obvious that these are going to take you to two different locations. Overall, the MailChimp campaign creation process was really straightforward for all the participants. Nobody had any real issues creating the campaign and executing it. There were just a few small issues uncovered in this particular task, which can easily be fixed. The participant that took the most time to design their email uncovered the most quirks. Participants with more software experience had the easiest time navigating the website. Finally, I believe that another test should be conducted on the email creator itself to actually weed out all of the small little quirks going on there with the creator.